Friends, Cowboy Jobu here with the Jobu Report. On this day after a loss. First, let me thank all of you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Report. Because without you guys, this report would be nothing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click over here on the picture of me and Sean Lee, who was, by the way, bawling out yesterday. But anyway, as I always say, when you walk the walk, talk the talk. No, wait. When you talk the talk, walk the walk. That's it. Yeah, I think I had too much rum last night after that loss. So we're going to go and check in on First Take and see what Stephen A. has to say. But before we do, I'm kind of confused, Stephen A., because last week you said you were rooting for the Dallas Cowboys to win because you thought if the Cowboys and Giants met in the playoffs, that it would be difficult for the Giants to beat them a third time. So the Cowboys lost, and you're happy today? So does that mean you would have been happy if the Cowboys won? So does that mean you're just happy about the Dallas Cowboys because they're making you all kinds of money? Things you wonder. Let's go to the tape.
And Big D. That's what makes this funny. How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? Some way, somehow, when they count, just wait. They will let you down. The accident, they will mess it up. Just wait. The accident, they will let you down. Just wait. The accident, waiting to happen. It will happen. Tony Romo know the football. Know what's coming next. He will get in the way. The deception of success. Tony Romo know the football. Are you kidding me? That's Brian, not a catch. Really? That's funny. Big D, teasing you. This is what they do. Walking through the show from on cue. Accident. Something will go wrong. The accident of the big Jumbotron. Accident. Y'all gotta recognize it's a black cat running around that franchise. Say it with accident. They will mess it up. Just wait. The accident. They will let you down. Just wait. The accident.
You already know what it is. What's up, everybody? Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Welcome into First Take. Max Kellerman is in LA. I'm here with Donovan McNabb. I'm Molly Karam. Where's Stephen A? And there is that. How about them Giants is what we should be saying,
What's going on, y'all? How you do? Everybody all right? Y'all good?
Good.
What's up, D? What's going on, you? Mollywood, how you doing?
I'm good.
How you doing? Hold
Fantastic.
on. I gotta make sure I got my regular decorations before the show. What's up, D? What's going on, man? Listen. I tried to tell everybody, and I'm about to break it down why I'm wearing this today. But y'all go ahead. I just want to make sure, first of all, that everybody had a nice weekend.
Absolutely.
Great
You had a
weekend.
beautiful
Thank you,
weekend.
man.
You had a
Feeling
beautiful-
good.
How about you?
We're feeling
I
good.
know you had a good week. Max, you all right, man? LA? Cool
It's
out. You saw your boy Crawford just destroy Molina in Nebraska. Now
That's
you
right.
in LA. You okay? Are you okay?
It's all good. All good. Terrence
Everybody-
Crawford put it on him, and you know.
Everybody all right?
Here I am
Everybody
in
all
LA.
right?
Everybody's good.
All right,
Let's just get right into it.
Let's talk.
Stephen A, the Giants beat him twice.
Let's talk about
What
these
happened?
things. Huh?
What happened?
Well, first of all, I think it's important to point out a couple of things. Number one, Dak Prescott did look like a rookie for a change. You know, we understand that. Ezekiel Elliott only had 21 yards rushing in the second half. I mean, you know, we can throw that out. Des Bryant, will be talking about him a little bit later on in the show. Talk about a no-show performance. All of these things played a very, very significant role. I mean, I guess wearing a Cowboys helmet can only protect you so much. I mean, when Janoris Jenkins hit him for the one pass that he caught, he ended up fumbling that. I guess the Cowboys helmet, I mean, it can't protect you but so much. So clearly, that played a role. But at the end of the day, please understand the magnitude of what has transpired here.
Okay.
You see, what I tried to tell y'all, what I tried to tell America, I tried to tell them this, Donovan McNabb. I said they're an accident waiting to happen. What do I mean by that? I'm not talking about the talent. I might not even be talking about schemes. It's whatever can go wrong will. And what happens now is the recipe for disaster has been revealed. It's been placed before us all, Max Kellerman. It's been placed before us all. Jerry Jones opening his big fat mouth talking about Tony Romo leading into this game, got Dak Prescott out there looking like a rookie, just messing with him. The dude is flowing. All he did was win you 11 straight. Was that enough, Jerry Jones? No, it was not enough. It wasn't enough. And so now here we are. Yes, it's only 2 losses, but you know this as well as I do. When you show the recipe for someone's kryptonite, all of a sudden everything starts to fragment and fall apart. That is what I saw last night. Courtesy of the Giants defense, sure. But in the end, it's Jerry Jones in his mouth. That's why I wore this shirt today. That's why I'm going to wear this shirt
Jerry,
all
you
day.
trust.
In Jerry, I trust. Not you all.
No, in
not you
Jerry, you
Cowboy
trust.
fans. No, in Jerry, I trust. When all else fails, Jerry Jones will find a way to mess it up. And that's why the Cowboy fans nationwide, they're nervous right now. They're panicking because they know they can't trust their billionaire owner. It's so beautiful right now. Imagine how miserable Cowboy fans are. This is just, mwah! How about them Cowboys?
You know, it's funny. We look in the situation, and let's go back to when conversations started about Tony Romo. Remember, it was the Philadelphia Eagles game when Tony was standing on the sideline. Dak didn't play so well, throwing off his back foot.
Yep.
You know, floating a few balls, trying to get the ball to Dez Bryant more than usual, and that's what happened in a game like this. I think the competition between Dez and Odell started to elevate a little bit now where it began to affect Dez Bryant. And it began to affect Dak Prescott. I think if you go back to their basic offense that's running the football, utilizing Cole Beasley and Jason Witten in the offense, and then secondly, you go to Dez Bryant. Things changed in a game like this. This is the problem I have with the Dallas Cowboys going forward, because it's not the same Dallas Cowboys that has made them successful over the last 11 games. It's things like this that bring you out and you say, well, yeah, Dak Prescott is a rookie. We all know that. We've known that all season.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott, he's a rookie. We've known that. But at some point, they're going to play like rookies. We've seen Jared Goff. We've seen Carson Wentz. The list goes on. But now my thing is for the Dallas Cowboys, how do you overcome this adversity? Because this isn't something that's small. This is a big deal. Because now the fans are starting to rumble a little bit about Tony Romo. You know, media is asking Jason Garrett, which finally Jason Garrett came out to say, this is Dak Prescott team and we're going forward. You know, I've been waiting on that
And
over the last
we're going to
couple
get
weeks.
into that in a little bit.
You know, because I'm tired of hearing Jerry Jones. You're the head coach. Say something because you can put all this to rest. I think at this particular point, we're looking at their schedule, they have a great chance of bouncing back. But when you look at, you know, what Tampa has done, when you look at some of these teams that are surging, there's a great chance that the Giants may win the NFC East, and that's going to become a problem for the Dallas Cowboys.
Max?
The answer is really not about the Cowboys. This is not about Dak Prescott playing like a rookie. Prescott was not so bad yesterday. That's not what it was about. I mean, he wasn't up to his normal standards, but there was a reason for that. It's because the game was about the Giants, the New York Football Giants defense. How often in the NFL do high-priced free agents come in and actually make the difference? It's not that kind of league. And as much as Jerry Reese has deserved criticism in recent drafts, you know, guys like Landon Collins notwithstanding, did a great job in free agency. I mean, he hit big time with Janoris Jenkins and Vernon Olivier. You look at how they played yesterday and the way the defense has come together as the season has progressed. Last night, that looked like an elite defense, arguably the elite defense, but it's like right up there with the best defenses we've seen all year, including Minnesota early in the season. You can't call me a homer about this. I was not saying this all season, but that's what it looked like yesterday against Dallas in that offensive line. They won because they dominated. I can't believe it. Dallas's offensive line, and when you combine that with the fact that they have the best receiver in football, which I've been trying to tell people for a couple of years now, and Eli Manning, who's a clutch quarterback, you have the best version of a puncher's chance for the Giants, and that's what happened to the Cowboys yesterday. Second time the Giants have beaten them.
Max. You saying a lot of stuff there.
Yeah,
Well, it's all right. You don't have to wait till
We're trying to ask you a question. We're trying to ask you a question because it don't make sense. First of all, Dak Prescott didn't play bad. 17 for 37, 165 yards with 2 interceptions. He didn't play bad?
Who's he playing against? This is what quarterbacks look like when the protection breaks down.
Oh, so in other words, we have an excuse, no matter who it is. If you're playing against a defense that plays elite, that means you don't attribute some of the poor play to the quarterback? They'll find a way to
They were in the
overcome that.
game until the end. It's not like Dak Prescott played them out of the game.
The offense did not
offensive
show up
line-
for the Dallas Cowboys led by Dak Prescott. That's not a fact.
Yeah, and if you take away that big play, the Giants' offense didn't show up. Eli
You're right.
almost threw about 3 or 4
Eli
picks.
was awful last night.
Eli was bad last night.
You're
Here's a big
right.
drop.
And I told you going into the game, it's the kind of game that if you didn't look at the score, you'd think maybe Dallas is winning, ball control, all that. But the difference in the game is that if the Giants can keep it close, they have a home run threat unlike anybody else, and that's Eli Manning to Odell Beckham Jr.
He
and
hit
that,
him on
in
a
fact, was
5-yard
the difference in the
slant
game.
pattern for crying out loud.
That's how
they
he
were
scores
walking
touchdowns.
3 and outs all day long. They were scared to do anything.
Right.
They left it on their defense because their offense, led by Ben McAdoo, by the way, who did not call a great game. Eli Manning, who did not play a great game. Donovan on the line. Did that offense not look scared to do anything? The Giants.
You know it's bad when McAdoo comes out in the media and says, at least we ran the football.
That's right.
I mean, your running game is awful. That means your quarterback was not efficient. And then, you had an explosive play with Odell Beckham, but
Exactly
you take
what I
that
predicted
away,
would happen.
the game is still in Dallas's hands. Like, this is a game in which, for the Dallas Cowboys, they were in a great position, even with them playing bad. So how do you even credit the New York Giants in this aspect?
I told you that was going to happen before the game.
You didn't
My
tell
prediction
anybody
was-
that the offense was going to be awful.
My
Yeah.
prediction was the Giants, Eli is playing behind the 8 ball from the start because the Giants have no running game, but the defense has been getting better, and if they can keep the game close, Odell Beckham represents a home run threat unlike any other.
You're right
and
about
that could be the difference in
you're
the
right,
game.
You're right
and
about
it was.
that. You're right about that, but you're acting like Eli Manning had a good game.
Right.
And he did not.
No, he didn't. And by the way, neither did Dak have a good game. But Tom Brady doesn't always have good games. He has bad ones sometimes. Russell Wilson does. See what just happened. The best quarterbacks in the game, the best quarterbacks of all time, Peyton Manning, Dan Marino, whoever you want to say, sometimes they have a stinker. And you know when that usually occurs? In a divisional rivalry game, when their offensive line protection breaks down against a really good defense.
Fine, just
That's
don't
when
sit
it
up there and
happens.
say that Dak Prescott had a good game, like you started off saying.
I didn't say he had
You
a
said
good
he
game.
wasn't that bad. He was
It wasn't
bad.
bad,
Right.
yeah.